Hey guys, my name is Justin Tuya, and this is my video on my dream organization. First, I figured I would talk about the kind of person I am and how that would fit into my dream organization. Looking at my values, I would want an organization which would respect the faith and spirituality of the employees and also respect the balance in their lives. This means I would want a company that would be closed on the weekends and also have a set schedule for each employee. By closing on the weekends and having a set schedule, employees would have the time set aside for things outside of work, like family and other matters. I would also want my dream organization to find importance in honesty and integrity, as well as hard work and commitment, as those things are really important to me. My dream organization would have to be very structured and have employees who are similar to me in that they're more calm and able to keep composure rather than be anxious and high strung. That being said, I would want my company to have a lot of diversity so that there would be a good balance between introverts and extroverts, as well as a balance between agreeable and disagreeable employees. This diversity will allow for the organization to grow and be creative as employees work together to make the best decisions based on the diverse personalities. In terms of management getting employees motivated, I would want my dream organization to recognize the hygiene factors as mandatory. Things like fair and effective company policy, great working conditions, and fair salary would be automatic. As for the motivators, I would want my dream organization to challenge and push itself to recognize the employees for their great work while providing interesting roles and sufficient responsibility. Employees should have a valid opportunity to advance and grow within the company. Also, my company would need to be fair and consistent in pay, rewards, promotions, consequences, and disciplinary actions. I would also want an environment that employees feel is engaging, rewarding, supportive, and reinforcing. I would implement rules and regulations that would enforce positivity and fairness. For example, I would have a culture where fearless feedback would be encouraged. Through this system, all employees would feel empowered to provide feedback to anyone without the fear of retaliation. I also would implement quarterly anonymous surveys in which all employees could share feedback about anything they feel is important to them in terms of the workplace and everything within it. This will allow employees to voice their opinions and concerns that the organization may increase employee satisfaction. My dream organization would involve job rotation and job enlargement so that employees would rotate to different roles within the company on a daily basis. This would enrich the jobs for the employees and keep motivation high. I would also allow employees to enroll in ongoing role experiences, which means that employees would have the opportunity to spend months at a time in a particular role outside of their own. These experiences would give employees the chance to learn about another job within the company, and they could see if that particular job would be something they would want to apply for in the future. Going along with the diversity, I would want different types of leadership styles to be present within the organization. I want a leader who is task-oriented so that there is structure within the company. A task-oriented leader is important so that things are handled efficiently and employees are effective. I also would want a people-oriented leader who makes sure that employees are cared for. Employees need to feel valued and heard so that they can put their best foot forward. The leaders will also be effective decision makers in which they will understand the right time to make decisions on their own or when it is necessary to involve the employees in this decision. I would want the leadership team to have certain personalities, which includes openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, and agreeableness. Having a leadership team in which creativity and intellect is strong will make sure that the best solutions are found. Also, a leadership team who is conscientious, has conscientious traits, will create an efficient work environment. Lastly, leaders must be tolerant, warm, and kind to employees. I think these personalities reflect a leader who can be effective in terms of inspiring others while getting results. The leaders must also be competent and have the ability to uplift employees in ways that motivate and reinforce great teamwork. Ultimately, these leaders will have leadership styles which closely reflect my own personal leadership style by being supportive, positive, and encouraging. Effective communication will be key in my dream organization. This goes back to what I mentioned previously in terms of fearless feedback. I want the employees to feel confident that they can speak to anyone and provide feedback to anyone about important issues within the company. In terms of conflict, I would encourage moderate conflict as long as it is healthy. I encourage employees to debate and speak up when they have something important to say so that the best ideas are being circulated. However, for unhealthy conflict, I would make sure that there is a culture in place which would make sure that employees have a way to communicate and resolve conflict effectively. Lastly, I would hire people with similar personalities and values as the organization, and I will make sure that everyone understands the mission of the company before getting hired, therefore limiting conflict. When my dream organization first starts, I would take on the role of CEO in which my decisions would heavily impact my organization and my employees. I would want to make sure that the culture reflects everything I set out for when I started the organization. This means that I would be very involved in all the daily business aspects of the company. However, as the organization grows, I would find a solid leader and a leadership team who would continue the organization culture that I started. As the organization grows and changes happen, I will handle the change through a process to make sure that the employees effectively handle the change. First, I would prepare the employees by bringing the change to light to the entire company. I will point out the benefits as well as explain the vision for the change in order to get the employees on board. By providing a clear and efficient communication, I will prepare employees for the change before it happens. Also, the open communication allows employees to voice their opinions and concerns so that I can understand all perspectives and hopefully provide answers to ease the anxiety. Once preparation has been made, then I will execute the change in a manner that is supportive and encouraging to employees. I will reinforce the positive outcomes expected from the change and make sure that employees feel involved throughout it in a way that they feel empowered. I would have a blend of organization cultures. First, I would want an innovative culture which encourages employees to be creative and feel free to explore. I would allow employees a specific amount of time per week outside of work that they could get paid for doing whatever they desire. Secondly, I would want a people-oriented culture where employees feel supported and respected. I want employees to feel and understand that they are the most important part of this organization. I want the workplace environment to feel fair, fun, and engaging. I want employees to feel valued and to feel their work is important. Lastly, I want the culture to be team-oriented, in which collaboration is emphasized. I want there to be effective, cohesive, and I want employees to feel that they are contributing to a bigger picture. This would mean that there would be team meetings and team parties in which employees could celebrate one another and celebrate company achievements. I would also let employees spend a certain amount of time working in self-created teams in which they could work on certain things that they feel are important for the company. I would want the building to be modern and exciting from the outside so that employees feel excited when they show up for work. Inside, I want there to be several restaurants where top chefs would cook different types of cuisine for an affordable price. However, there would be fully stocked snack rooms with free vending machines on each floor that is available for any person who works in the building. As for the work areas, I want to have an open feeling for all employees, that there is a sense of teamwork and accessibility. The employees would have a certain amount of area for themselves for which they can design. There would also be a conference areas where it would include glass windows and couches. This layout would make employees feel that everyone is accessible and make for a creative, fun, and team-oriented environment. Overall, I would want an organization, my dream organization, which reflects the things that are most important to me, which is a balanced life and satisfied employees. Thank you for watching.